How is ADHD a great gift? Rebecca said. This is one of my personal pet peeves. People talking about ADHD as though it isn't a disorder, and thus isn't a liability to those of us who have it. If ADHD is a gift, it's the pink bunny suit of gifts. It's ugly, uncomfortable, limiting, and causes people to look at you funny. ADHD is not a positive for me in any way. I am smart, funny, and creative, but I would be that without ADHD. My sisters all manage to be smart, funny, and creative without ADHD. They're certainly more organized and more productive too. Hyperfocus is just a misnomer for an inability to control one's attention. I'd rather have that control so I could choose what stuff I get done. The inability to prioritize is not a gift. Neither is hyperactivity, or impulsivity, or hyperverbality, or any other hyper trait. Hyper, after all, means too much. All my life has been characterized by being too much, and that too muchness is hard to bridle. The fact is, ADHD has always stood in the way of me accomplishing what I needed to accomplish. Time after time, I have pushed that obstacle out of the way and pushed ahead. But it has taken extraordinary drive. I have refused to let ADHD stop me, but it would be a lie to say it hasn't hindered me. It has slowed my inertia and sent me down long, meandering side paths, which I had to climb my way back from. And it is exhausting. This cult of positivity that seems to characterize contemporary life nauseates me. If you call ADHD a gift, even worse, a great gift, you are robbing me of all the qualities of diligence, tenacity, perseverance, strength, and sheer cussed refusal to give in to the overwhelming force of life that seems determined to sweep me off my feet and wash me a sea. People with ADHD look into the chaos of their lives on a daily basis, see all the imperfections and failures, and dust themselves off and laugh at the storm. I'm not going to give up awareness of that honest, human quality of character so I can pretend that ADHD came with generous arms outstretched. ADHD is the monster in the storm, and every day of my life I fight to tame and harness it. I'm proud of that. Like any warrior, I'd avoid the battle if I could. But as it's there, I plan to withstand it. So far, so good. Jamila said, I have spent much of my life in a dysfunctional marriage where my ex-husband constantly reminded me of my shortcomings. His philosophy was that conventional organizational skills and productivity were essential, and I was simply lazy and defiant to becoming a normal person. I beat myself up plenty as I am the only person in my family with ADHD. It is a struggle to try and be something or someone that does not come naturally. To me, he might have been asking me to be Chinese. My sister once posted a picture on FB on several different species of animals and stated simply this: if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will spend its whole life believing that it is stupid. Albert Einstein. I don't deny daily life can be difficult, or that I don't feel accomplished, because my best thoughts remain just that. I will say that each person has gifts and weaknesses. I try and choose to focus my energy on the things that I am best at rather than expel countless energy on things which are lacking. After all, no one should be keeping score. While there are mundane things in life that must be done, at least for me, I try to keep those tasks as minimal and simple as possible. A notebook list of monthly bills and due dates to be marked as paid. I keep separate notebook for chores, etc. I am including this tidbit because someone may find it useful. By not comparing myself or my habits to others' expectations or even my own, I find I have more to offer. I constantly remind myself that God made me the way I am for a reason. That is not an excuse for any shortcomings. But are those shortcomings as important as the positive things I can accomplish when I am not wasting valuable time and energy worrying about the things others are? And I am not. I really do understand your feelings and frustrations. I just wanted you and everyone else to know that a big part of the struggle with ADHD is feeling socially acceptable. My personal journey has led me to believe it isn't necessarily best to spend my life swimming upstream and failing, or worse, treading water and not going anywhere. There's just as much to be accomplished downstream, and I have more energy and motivation that way. May God bless and guide each of us on our journey in whatever path we are intended to take. Jessica said, thank you so much. That amen. A side effect of my ADHD is having migraines and seasonal depression. I guess because our brains don't properly handle serotonin and dopamine. So I had to learn meditation for my short fuse and take magnesium supplements to help aid things along, and use a UVB light box to help with the seasonal depression. We have a lot of mechanisms that we have to build up in order to function and thrive, but we are all warriors on this journey.